Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Welcome back to Crusader Kings II, the adventures of the young Emperor Derek of Carpathia. We've got some landless adventurers running around in the west, which have kind of unified the nation. We're waiting for this war to end here, so we can try and usurp a title from somebody. High Chief, nope, we're still not going to, once he gets to be about 6, the Emperor will worry maybe a little more about that stuff. He's just a kid playing with toy soldiers and stuff right now. Oddly enough, though, he's powerful enough where he can send real soldiers to go do what his toy soldiers do, if he wants to. And we are winning the war against the landless adventurers, which is pretty easy, because the landless adventurers don't seem to have any idea on where in the hell they're supposed to be fighting. I ain't got no problem with that, but whatever. I mean, sooner or later we may have to send an army to deal with them, but I don't want to if we can help it. Derby, or is it Darby, depends on where you're from and how you want to pronounce it. It's converted to the Tengri faith. Soon it's going to be an all-Tengri England. It is now time to educate. Come on. I'm hitting the button. Oh, it's because I was already on him. I thought it was Derek. I was waiting for the screen to pop up and it was up. I'm a genius. Alright, let's educate the Emperor. Let's see, this guy is deceitful, zealous, charitable, kind, proud, and a genius. He's got too many negative ones. I want to find somebody who's ambitious with good traits. We had somebody good for his brother, but I think that person died. Why do we have so many deceitful people in the Empire? We don't want arbitrary. That's very bad. Let's see, this person is charitable, kind, oh, there's arbitrary again. Stressed, diligent, temperate, kind, honest, and ambitious. Mom chill, the chillest mom ever. He's like, I'm a dude. Dude mom. I'm not a mom. Don't fuck it up, dipshit. You gotta be encouraging like that. People like encouragement. So hopefully that guy teaches young Derek some good traits, besides just how to be attractive, which he naturally knows because he's naturally attractive. I'm waiting for that war to end, because then hopefully we can consolidate this area into a duchy, create a new high chief position, which will make people like the Emperor more, well, one person like him more, and get us closer to our vassal limit, because we are currently 3 over the vassal limit. While we're at it, can we improve anything in our county capital? No, we do not have the tech to. What about in Constantinople? Who am I clicking on? Nope, same with Constantinople. What about Thrake? We can put in some new barracks. I mean, we got a bunch of money to use. We got like 8 grand. We don't want to use too much, though, in case we need to bribe people. New Guiscard training program in Adrianopolis. Did I look in Dorksylvania? Nope. We can put a new barracks in Dorksylvania. Nicopolis, we'll put in a new militia training ground. You can see with these gears, a lot of these were hitting the limit of our tech in that region. My liege, I've tried to make Mayor Jabir realize what a benevolent ruler you really are. But sinister forces of this court have been... I don't care who this mayor is. I don't know the mayor of Buttfuckia. I only care if the Caliph likes me. The Chancellor is, like, really high on Emperor Derek. He's bugging this mayor of this little, pissant town. Nah, this kid's really cool. I don't care, man. This kid's the best. Better than your kids. That's how you offend people. My Emperor, I'm pleased to report the majority of... It's like Guinness without an S? It's converted to the Tengri faith. Not face. Is anybody out here going to do anything about these guys? The vassals are like, you're the emperor, you're supposed to. Well, that ain't going to happen. Not unless we need to. So when is your guardian going to teach you some cool shit? Come on, Chief Momshill. Our brother, Prince Freddy, oh my god, he became a dork. Our brother grew up to be a total dork. He is a glutton. He is just. He is proud. He is gregarious. That's what I should have learned was gregarious, not ambitious. Would that have been better to go for? Ambitious is pretty good too. You can see +2s to martial, intrigue, diplomacy, stewardship, and learning. Yeah, I think ambitious is good to go for. What are you doing, Emperor? Wait, what the hell's going on? Oh, everywhere is... This is the Kingdom of Burgundy. These Burgundy areas. And everywhere is rebelled against the king. All the other territories have rebelled against him. Sucks to be him. When y'all gonna finish your little rebellion? 87% in favor of Rubola. Other than that, things are pretty peaceful. After years of planning, Tolhof Saru, from the court of Chief Saru, has raised a large army of exiles, mercenaries, and hopefuls, declaring his intentions to press his claim by force. Good luck with that, loser. So we have another unlanded adventurer that's going to be showing up. When is he? On February 14, 28. My liege, I've collected a tithe of Sophia. I didn't know you were my steward. Thanks. 268 gold. You're the bomb. How are those factions doing? Man. Most people staying out of the faction. I do not get you, King Dan. You love the Emperor, and yet you still want to rebel? You're a traitor. If you were not a family member, I'd have you assassinated. Oh, man, and your wife is the queen of Lithuania? Great. Your kids are going to inherit even more power. That's a threat to the future. Oh, well, what are you going to do about it? Not much. I like how Italy is once again trying to reclaim Spain. Whee! Autosave, I love you, but I wish you'd go a little faster. I get impatient. Maybe I should have found someone with a patient trait. So far, our guardian hasn't taught us anything. Our sister needs to be educated. %79% war score. This guy's losing because he's in the wrong part of the world. George Costanza of George Costanza's house has declared Costanza's host claim on France war on Emperor Derek. Well, at least if this guy goes fights in France, he's got a reason to, because he declared war for France. Ooh, inquisitive, curious, and friendly. I always am the first to greet strangers. He gained gregarious on his own. I don't think his guardian has it. Oh my god, that would be so awesome if he got to keep it. He just developed gregarious on his own. Maybe this is going to be a really good leader. I mean, I'm not glad that his father died early, but maybe we're setting up for a good leader who will have a nice long reign. It'd be possible, too, that he could be the last emperor of Carpathia in the LP. And by that, I mean the series, not this episode. I hope he's the last one in this episode. I'm not ready for someone else to take over. 77% war score against the Swedish attacker. He's lost about 7,000 troops, due to attrition and assaults. And I think these are the second host that has come over to attack. They might be a bigger threat because they are going for France. They should fight each other. I'm willing to let that guy get a little bit of traction too before we go after him. I'm more waiting for this guy to tucker himself out. It's like having a little kid who doesn't want to go to sleep. You're like, just let him run around for a while. Speaking of little kids running around, our emperor, look at that. Diplomacy, not the state one so much, but the one next to it, 6. He's pretty diplomatic for a 7-year-old. That's a very important trait. He's unfortunately not the brightest kid, but diplomacy will be very important for our vassal numbers. I wonder if this guy's army is just like, why are we following you? I don't think we're even in the right country. We just appointed commander, the guy in charge of, what is it, Nicaea or whatever? Where this guy's supposed to be attacking, which is way over by the Bosphorus. Is that the whole other host's army? Is that it? We'll appoint a new commander. Our brother the Badass. I wonder if this guy's army was smaller because he was going for... Well, he's going for a bigger thing. I think he was going for all of France. Yeah. And this guy was just going for a duchy. Oh, wait. Maybe he's got more troops somewhere else? I don't know. I don't know if you saw it, but like this guy was sieging the territory. Then the Swedish guy came in and sieged the territory. The Swedish guy's like, no, I'm the one who attacks here. Worst Swedish impression ever. Should delete this and cry. What a jerk. He is the world's most incompetent leader. My liege, I've collected a tithe of Sweden. You are the best steward ever, bro. He's just a mayor from Adrianopolis. He was really good at getting taxes, apparently. Oh, is that war done? It is! Alright, so I think we're going to be able to usurp the duchy right there. Emperor Derek of Carpathia has usurped the title Duchy of Estov from Satrap Farzad. And why don't we give it to this guy because he's got a funny No. None of these guys are relatives of ours. Oh, well, we'll give it to this guy. You, sir, I will grant you the Duchy of... What one was that? Estefan? Yeah. We grant you the duchy, any lower titles. Boom. Why did you not report to him? You report to someone else? Who do you report to? Oh, I didn't realize they reported to a different king. That didn't change or help us at all with our vassal limit. It made this guy like us more, I guess. Sure, why not? This guy's like, my liege, I kissed up to the Caliph even more. I love that guy in charge of Carpathia. He's a great guy. Remember that next time we fight a war against you. Oh, there's more armies of the guy here who's going for France. I should have bothered to learn their names. Guy one on the left is Swedish dude. I don't know the nationality of the other guy. As soon as autosave is done, we'll find out in a moment. Alright, you, sir. You're Palisi? So you're probably Italian? I'm kind of surprised this guy here doesn't do something about those. He's got a strong enough army, High Chief Sava does, to defend his own realm. Little do those fools know how much they're actually helping the young emperor. Because this weakened all the factions. Because most of the factions are like, I'm not going to fight in a civil war while we have enemies attacking us. That's traitorous. Let's see, is there anything else worth usurping? We could take that, but who do these guys report to? Oh, it was market day. This is for our young Emperor Derek. And I persuaded Momchill, that's his steward, Tomislav, von Dicktopolous, to let me have some money for sweet meats. I found what I wanted, but haggled all I could until the merchant gave up, laughed, and handed me the sweetmeats for a lot less than what he wanted. It was a sweet deal. I have lots of things, and giving my surplus to others is a good deed. I've gained the charitable trait. Oh god, I hope Momchill doesn't get rid of that. Man, this kid's actually turning out to be good. I mean, hopefully he gets a little more intelligent, because he's not very bright for an 8-year-old, but look at that diplomacy score. And he's got an alright stewardship score for his age. Hopefully that means the future is bright for that young man. Oh, there are more of the rebels of the Italian dude. For some reason, they're all over the place. Let's appoint a new commander. Let's see, can we raise a big enough army in Ireland to fight them and win? No. We probably could if we got all of England together. But we're going to wait a little bit more. You know what, maybe we won't. Let's slow things down just a tiny bit. Let us raise some troops up in England. That should be enough. We'll move them all here to Kildare. Luckily, we don't need to get any ships out. They can, I don't know, commandeer some fishing vessels or something. Because if we defeat this army, we won't totally destroy George Costanza's army. But we will hopefully, you know, destroy maybe a third of it. Enough to weaken him. And then once these guys get over here from Wales into Ireland, we'll probably raise the army of the King of Ireland too. March, my pretties, march! Probably should have just declared war on these 3 little regions. We probably could after this. I don't remember. He might not be able to... I don't think he can declare war unless his regent approves, though, because he's a kid. So we'd have to get the permission of the regent to go to war. But these should be easy pickings for someone. Alright, let's raise the army of Ireland. Can I raise it? I thought I hit the button. There we go. Let's send them in. Come on, let's crush these guys. How dare you try and take France from us? This isn't even France. You can see right now we have a 10% war score in our favor against these guys. That should go up by a fair amount once this battle is done. Victory! 52% war score. Not bad if you ask me. And then we're going to send our troops to finish off them. He's still going to have, I don't know, 10,000, 15,000 troops in France proper, but... Victory! Alright, so let's send all our troops home. No reason to get our vassals mad about having the troops raised for a long time. Does the King of Ireland own these all directly? No. Well, let's look at the culture tab. Because for the longest time, this was French up here. Nope, it's now all Bulgarian. That's a Bulgarian color or Irish. But the Irish people are starting to identify as Bulgarian. See, there's still a lot of people identify as French up there in France. Look at that, though. How much of the world identifies as Bulgarian is huge. Some holdouts still in, like, Russia. Even way down here, like, near Pakistan type region. Because we've had that for a while. That was some holy war generations ago. That I think the only reason we joined it is because I thought we were going to lose, our allies, our vassals were going to lose it if we didn't join it. If I recall correctly, you sometimes get confused when you have that many holy wars. They all blend together. Which I'm sure the people who you murdered, their families don't appreciate hearing that. Oh well, whatever. Well, everybody, that's the end of this episode. Not bad. We have weakened the forces. Hopefully next episode, this army will lose. They've lost almost half their troops already. Just dicking around and lost. That's what happens when you don't buy a map. Remember that. When you go to war, buy a map so you know where you're going. I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for hanging out, everybody.